Hello dear students, I am Seema Kulkarni from Department of English, Deccan Education Society's Ferguson College, Pune. Students, today we shall learn the last lesson of our prose section. The name of this lesson is Voyaging Towards Excellence. This lesson is written by Achyut Godbole. This lesson is an autobiographical sketch where writer describes his journey from a middle class boy to the famous writer. In this lesson, he describes the essentials of success and the ways to achieve it. Let us learn the journey of Achyut Godbole towards success. Here is the icebreaker activity given in your textbook. There is a table given, and in column A, you are given the names of some words, and in column B, the meanings of those words are given. You have to match the words with their meanings given in table B. Let us take one or two examples. The first word is cruise. Cruise means a journey on a boat or ship to a number of places. The second word is expedition. Expedition means a journey specially by a group of people to a specific purpose. Let us take the last word, children, that is voyage. Voyage is a long journey on a ship. In this way, you can complete the remaining activity. There is one more activity given in your textbook, and it is about the qualities required for excellence. One verb is given where you have to write the qualities required for excellence. Two qualities are mentioned already here. They are vision and hard work. You have to write the other qualities which are required for excellence. For example, focus, perseverance, determination. These are the qualities required for excellence. One need to inculcate these qualities in you so that you can achieve excellence. Let us have the brief introduction of our writer Achyut Godbole. Achyut Godbole was born on 15th August 1950. He is a polymath. Polymath is a person with wide knowledge. He is also known as humanitarian who promotes human welfare. Achyut Godbole is a socialist personality. He practices socialism. He is well known for his writing in Marathi and English. Achyut Godbole is a prolific writer in various genres. Genre, that is the category of arts, music and literature. Achyut Godbole has written on different subjects. He is known as a prolific writer, which is very fruitful and productive. He produced numerous original works as well as adaptations of works from other languages into Marathi. The writing style of Achyut Godbole is informative yet very informal, and because of this informal language, he could touch the hearts of thousands of people through his writing. He became a chemical engineer from IIT Mumbai in 1972, and Achyut Godbole headed top management positions in companies of great repute. We are going to learn about his work in information technology field in this journey towards excellence. Here is a brief introduction of our text, Voyaging Towards Excellence. This is an autobiographical sketch. It depicts Achyut Godbole's journey from a middle-class boy to a famous writer, how he achieved that success. He was a successful general manager of Patni Computer Systems, and along with Patni Computer Systems, he held topmost positions in different companies. He headed many other reputed companies and later became a famous writer. The present write-up discusses his quest for excellence. Quest for excellence, that means his thirst for excellence, how he developed a thirst for knowledge. We know that Achyut Godbole is a very well-read person. He has written books on different subjects, and his books are recognized and accepted by, and his books got a good class of readers. Achyut Godbole discusses at length, that means in detail, the ingredients or essentials of success and the ways to achieve it. So in this lesson, we are going to learn about the essentials of success, and of course, Achyut Godbole is talking about the values one need to inculcate so that one can become a successful person. This is the first paragraph of our text Voyaging Towards Excellence. This paragraph begins with the description of upbringing of Achyut Godbole. He says that he had a very simple upbringing. He informs here that he belonged to the lower middle class family, and he even describes the kind of house they had. They lived in 300 square feet house, and they did not have basic amenities such as fan, refrigerator, a geyser, or a dining table, or a gas stove. And he says that they could even not think about air conditioner or car. So we can understand that they were financially poor people. And of course, it was only when he entered the college he got a watch and they got dining table and gas stove at home. But writer says, nevertheless is used as a linking word, children, where you can link two sentences. Now here we can see that Achyut Godbole's family belonged to a lower middle class family. They were not financially rich people, but Achyut Godbole tells us that he had culturally rich childhood. So it is important to know how culturally rich his childhood was. He informs here that poets like Vinda Karandikar, Mangesh Padgaonkar, Vasant Bapat used to visit their home, and they used to discuss about poetry and literature both in Marathi and English. And Achyut Godbole got an opportunity to listen to that discussion. These great poets used to talk about Keshav Sut, Madhekar, Shakespeare, Charles Dickens, and Thomas Hardy. We know Keshav Sut, a well-known poet in Marathi, Madhekar, well-known writer in Marathi, Shakespeare, dramatist and playwright in English, Charles Dickens and Thomas Hardy, again, they are the poet and the writer. When these people used to discuss about literature, both in Marathi and English, being a schoolboy, Achyut Godbole was not able to understand their discussion in detail. But he was very impressed by that discussion. Along with these great poets like Vinda Karandikar, Mangesh Padgaonkar, and Vasant Bapat, he also had Pandit Kumar Gandharva, Pandit Bhimsen Joshi, and Pandit Jashraj as their visitor. And when these people used to visit their house, Achyut Godbole got an opportunity to listen to the discussion about Indian music till late night or sometimes dawn. And this is how Achyut Godbole developed his interest in literature and music during his school days. He admits one thing here, that he did not, and even today he don't understand the grammar of music, that is the technical side of music, but he began to love it tremendously since his childhood days. And here we can see the topics of the discussion at his home when these great people, these great poets and the people from the Indian classical music used to visit his house. And the topics of their discussions were about music, literature, painting, sculptures, etc. So Achyut Godbole got an opportunity to listen to the discussion about Van Gogh, Mozart, and Michelangelo. Van Gogh was the Dutch painter, and he created more than 2,000 paintings in his lifetime. Mozart was an Austrian composer, and Michelangelo was Italian painter, sculptor, architect, poet, etc. So during his school days only, he got an opportunity to listen to these great people and their works. And then Achyut Godbole tells us that it was because of such a milieu, that is setting or a person's social environment. Because of that social environment he got in his childhood days, he developed a firm belief that you should learn all branches of knowledge. You should study different subjects along with science or technology. These subjects, they give us introduction of different topics and they teach us how to live a life in a better way. One more thing Achyut Godbole learned from his childhood days, and that was money does not mean everything in life. This is a very important thought that was given to him by his parents and by the visitors. And it is very true, right? That money is important, it is necessary, but it has its limitations. But along with money, what we require are good relationship with our friends, family members, good health, and peace of mind. Money may not give all these things to us. So, apart from money, what adds to the meaning of our life, to the meaning of our existence, is arts, music, and literature. Here, he talks about the benefits of arts, music, and literature. We know, children, arts and music reduce our stress, they increase our concentration, and literature gives us an opportunity to explore people, places, and different information. So, Achyut Godbole is very much right that he says that arts, music, and literature put meaning to our existence and they enrich our lives. But does that mean that he was not interested in science or mathematics? Rather, Achyut Godbole tells us that he loved these subjects, science and mathematics. But he had a very different attitude to look at study children. He did not study them only for scoring maximum marks in the examination. Why he was studying science and mathematics? Because he thought that these subjects had some inherent beauty that is existing in something as permanent. So he used to study those subjects or any other subject for that matter of its inherent beauty. So he says how interesting he was in science and mathematics. One example is given here, that is, he found Newton's law of motion beautiful and Pythagorean theorem elegant. Elegant, it is graceful or stylish in appearance of or manner. So here, children, we can understand that Achyut Godbole, a writer, loved science and mathematics. And he loved science and mathematics for its inherent beauty. One more example he has given here. He loved solving problems of physics and mathematics of the 9th standard when he was in the 7th standard. When he was in 7th standard, he was solving problems of the 9th standard of physics and mathematics. Why? It was not because he wanted to show off his talent to others, but it was because he used to love problem solving. He used to get involved in solving those problems. And this problem solving attitude is very, very important because this problem solving attitude helped him to look beyond marks or examination and to seek joy in solving any challenging problem. So this is very important, that we should not study any subject for the sake of marks and examination, but we should take joy, we should seek joy in learning those subjects. And of course, this problem-solving attitude helped him when he appeared for his IIT entrance exam, that is JEE. Because JEE is based on your problem-solving ability and the ability to think not only logically but quickly and rapidly. So the problem-solving attitude which he developed during his childhood days helped him when he appeared the entrance exam for IIT.
आईस्क्रीम खाशील?
आईस्क्रीम? हा आहे डबल आनंद. पहिला आनंद पॉलिसी मुदतीच्या शेवटी मॅच्युरिटी क्लेमची पूर्ण रक्कम आणि दुसरा तुमच्या आप्तजनांसाठी विम्याची पूर्ण रक्कम कोणत्याही अतिरिक्त प्रीमियम विना. LIC न्यू जीवन आनंद. आनंदच आनंद.
Here in this paragraph, writer talks about his academic achievements. There are 4 academic achievements he has mentioned in this paragraph. The first one is he scored 100% marks in mathematics in all the examinations that he appeared for from his first standard until IIT, barring only a few times, barring that is except for. So he scored 100% marks in mathematics in almost all the examination is his first academic achievement. The second academic achievement he is talking about that he stood 16th in the SSC board. Let us understand the exam pattern or the education pattern of that time. At the time of Achyut Godbole, the SSC board exam was for the whole of Maharashtra including Nagpur. Nowadays, we have different sub-boards like Pune, Mumbai, Nashik, Nagpur, etc. But at his time, the examination was conducted for the whole of Maharashtra, and he stood 16th in the SSC board. And of course, this SSC board exam was conducted in 11th standard. They used to call it a matric. The second achievement is he stood 16th in the SSC board. The third achievement he is talking about, that his achievement in the university. Again, children, we have to understand the education pattern. After matriculation, these people, they had to take admission for the PD degree. For example, if the person had to take admission for the engineering, he or she had to take admission for the PD science. And for that degree, the student used to get university degree. So Achyut Godbole took admission for PD science, and he also stood first in the university in all the subjects put together. This is third academic achievement of Mr. Achyut Godbole. And the next academic achievement is he secured a very good score in entrance exam for IIT, that is JEE. So these are the 4 academic achievements are mentioned here, that he scored 100% of marks in mathematics in almost all the exam. He stood for 16th in the SSC board. He secured first rank in the university, and he secured a very good rank in the same. There was one rule at that time. If the student secures first rank in the university, he or she did not have to appear for the JEE exam. But Achyut Godbole lived in Solapur, a small town. Nobody knew the rule there, and so he appeared for that exam, and he secured a very good rank in the same. Achyut Godbole wanted to take admission in IIT, and because of his good rank in the entrance test of JEE, he got admission in IIT, and he went to Mumbai to study in IIT. IIT, that is Indian Institute of Technology, Mumbai. He was very happy when he got an opportunity, but when he went to Mumbai, his joy was short-lived, and the reasons are given here for why the joy of the writer was short-lived. He lived in Solapur, and Solapur, he did not see any building which was more than 3-storied in Solapur. But Mumbai is known as the city of skyscrapers. So, writer got a very different atmosphere in Mumbai than his city, Solapur. Again, at IIT, he faced problems in speaking English, in communicating in English. At IIT, most of the students and professors, they used to communicate, they used to converse in English, whereas a writer's English was very poor, and he faced problem in communicating in English because he had his entire education in Marathi. So he talks the problems he faced, that his spoken English was quite pathetic, it was very bad. His vocabulary was very weak, his pronunciation also was terrible, and he was not able to construct good English sentences. That is, he had awkward English construction. So because of all these problems, he started feeling very lonely and terrible because of his problems. So he wanted to run away from Mumbai and IIT because of all these problems, he had developed an inferiority complex, a feeling of being inferior to others. And as a result of it, he wanted to run away from Mumbai and IIT. And then we are given a description of one incident here. One day, Achyut Godbole was sitting at his mess table and in the hostel, and he was sipping tea when a senior boy approached him, and he sat on the adjacent chair, that is near his chair. The boy is described here. The boy was a convent-educated guy with fairly sophisticated English. Sophisticated, that is having or revealing a great deal of knowledge, at least spoken or colloquial English. Colloquial, that is conversational. It is more suitable to use in speech than in writing. And the boy was a bit arrogant as well. Arrogant, that is unpleasantly proud of our achievements, and he wanted to pull writer's leg. So So he started communicating with writer in English and started pointing out errors in just about every sentence that writer spoke. And within 5 minutes, that boy walked away after insulting a writer. And this paragraph talks about the impact of that insult made by that boy for writer. Writer felt extremely humiliated and upset. He was very upset. He felt very insulting, and he developed a feeling of depression and defeated, lacking confidence. Writer thought that he was not confident enough to face other people, and he describes it as a last straw. The incident was the last straw. The last straw means last in the series of unpleasant events that finally makes you feel that you cannot continue to accept a bad situation. It is a shortened version of the last straw that broke the camel's back. He was almost broken. He felt very sad. He wanted to run away from Solapur that very moment. So he did not want to continue his education in IIT because of that humiliation, because of that insult. But again, we know that the writer had developed a problem-solving attitude. He had a different attitude to look at things. So he says that it was his self-esteem which stopped him. Self-esteem, it is self-realization, self-worth. Writer says that when his self-esteem stopped him, suddenly a feeling of determination and strength took over him. He became determined and he decided to fight back. He counted some of his achievements here. He tells us that despite coming from Solapur, if he could be a rank holder in the school, college or IIT, that means, and he had won many awards in mathematics, that means there must be something right with him. So why should he give up? This is a problem-solving attitude, children. This is looking at the things in a positive way. So he decided that he was not going to give up anymore. He was determined and decided to fight back. So he decided to learn English. Here, 2 paragraphs are given. The first paragraph talks about the awkward situation of the people who take education from the vernacular languages. Vernacular languages, that is native or regional languages. Writer describes here that the students who are educated in vernacular languages such as Marathi, what do? They first think in Marathi, and before speaking in English, they translate that sentence in English, and then somehow they try to speak out. And of course, when you speak the translated English sentences, these people, they don't feel comfortable in speaking, and that is the awkward fashion writer is talking about. But writer had decided that he was not going to do that. He was going to achieve excellence, and that was his aim. Because the urge to excel in anything that you try to do has been with him since his childhood. He had developed that problem-solving attitude right from his school days. Whether he would succeed in his dream or not, he always set his aims high. To set one's aim high, that is to strive for the success. And here, writer is talking about his aim. And in this case, his aim was to speak excellent, elegant and fluent English. And this is very important. So when he climbed the stairs of his hostel room, his plan was ready in his mind. And that plan he has described here. Writer had decided to undertake certain steps to achieve excellence in English. And these steps are described here. The first step that writer had decided to achieve excellence is to start reading English newspapers and English novels. And this is very important step to improve your vocabulary and to gather knowledge about things happening around you. The second step he had undertaken, that is, he started studying etymology and phonetics. Etymology, it is the study of the origin of words and the way in which their meanings have changed throughout history. How the word is evolved and how the meaning has been changed. Phonetics, it is a branch of linguistics that studies how humans make and perceive sounds. It is related to the perceiving sounds and pronunciation. So the second step he had undertaken, that he studied etymology and phonetics. He studied the roots of the words and how to pronounce them. That was the next step. And of course, to practice speaking, what he did, that he used to stand in front of the mirror and practice speaking. He was realizing his mistakes and he was correcting them himself. And all the time, he was improving and improvising his English. So these are the steps undertaken by writer to achieve excellence in his English. And this paragraph talks about the benefit he got of his efforts taken for 9 to 10 months. It took about 9 to 10 months by which he started feeling confident and comfortable in speaking English. He started speaking English at length, that is comfortably. And the result of the hard work he had done during his IIT days, that his fear had vanished and he started feeling at home in his hostel, at home, that is comfortable and relaxed again. Initially, he did not want to study in IIT. He wanted to run away from Mumbai and IIT because he felt that he did not belong to that place since he was not able to speak good English. But when he learned to speak a good English, he was comfortable in his hostel. And then the other thing, how his efforts paid off in his career of information technology, that is described here. Prater worked for 32 years in information and technology field. And during that career, he was working as chief executive officer, managing director, or the head of the software company with thousands of software engineers worldwide. And if you hold a topmost position in the company, you have to give several presentations and negotiate many contracts with the CEOs or the directors or the VPs in the US, UK, or Australia. And the same thing was with the writer. He was working as CEO, managing director, or head of software company, and as a result of this, he had to give several presentations and he had to negotiate many contracts. Negotiate, it is obtain or bring about by discussion. And he had to negotiate those contracts with the CEOs, directors, and VPs in the US, UK, or Australia. And that's why he needed to be very excellent in English. And because of the efforts he had taken, he started feeling very comfortable, very relaxed in speaking. He was absolutely at ease at that time. At ease, that means feeling confident and relaxed. And he says that if he had not taken those efforts in his IIT, if he had not taken those efforts during those IIT days, he could have not signed those contracts worth millions of dollars worldwide and also run large global software companies. We know, children, that we need to take time to learn. We should always learn the subjects, the branches of knowledge in which we feel that we are weak. Achyut Godbole was weak in English, so he decided a plan and he just carried out that plan for 9 to 10 months, and by the end of the 9 to 10 months, he became confident with English and his aim was completed. Dear students, here we have completed the first part of the lesson, Voyaging Towards Excellence. In this part of the lesson, we learned the childhood days of Achyut Godbole, his problem-solving attitude, and the steps he had undertaken to learn English. Thank you.